Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Wildwood MX Park here in Kentwood, Louisiana. It is a chilling 46 degrees here today with the wind blowing pretty hard. You can see the drone shaking a little bit because of the wind coming around, and yeah, it's going to be a rough one with the drone today, but we're going to try to get some footage to keep showing what we're doing out here today, and that's our main goal, is to keep showing what's going on today. I'm going to switch over to my face here with a transition like we normally do, and here I am. So we'll bring the drone back down, and we're going to switch over after we get done with a little while of talking to the actual track cam and to test that situation to see the track cam in action. It should be able to go up to approximately 300 feet away from our station here. So we should be able to have drone footage and track cam pretty much simultaneously. As you see on the screen next to my head will be what they call Race Ready, which is a program that this track uses to do their lap times and things like that. As you see here, I don't know much about this program at all, but I know that this track is going to start using it for their lap timing, and we can now include it into our live stream as things are happening around here. Normally, I would not be on this side of the camera. I would be on the other side with the computer and making the screen switches and making sure that it runs fluently. But I'm here today, and so I'll be doing a little bit of both, a little bit of back and forth. So I'm not trying to ignore the camera, but at the same time, I gotta switch screens and keep everything going. Other than that, that's what we're doing today. We're just trying to test our live feed situations, try to bring up everything we can for what we can bring up. So to start off, I like to just, you see the face cam that we have here now that I'm talking on. You recently just saw the drone video, and I can switch over to the camera that's now facing the track now, and you'll see that. Now we have the track video is live. It's right up here on the stand with me, so it's not a distance away, and we're keeping it pretty close. Pretty soon Landon's going to grab it here in a minute. He's going to do a few pans for us, and then we'll switch back over and I'll talk to y'all a little bit more, and we will get the camera down into the track area to get closer views and different angles, and really try to push the limits of this 300 feet to see how far it really can reach at this track. So a little stuff we can do is, as you can see, the Race Ready is still back up on there. So actually, I'm gonna turn that off and get rid of the Race Ready browser. And then you have a clean track view of just track view of that. We can also bring up the broadcasting camera view on the same camera angle and fade it in. And now we have two screens into one. Let's see, what else can we do? We can also bring the drone video back up, but unfortunately we don't have a pilot for the drone right now, so it's kind of just can't do both at once right now. But yes, we can bring that in. Also, I'm gonna do something else we can do here is we can start a replay at some point as soon as the bike comes around. And here comes a kid getting on the track now. And what I can do is, by push of a button, I can actually save that replay of what just happened, and then I can replay it on screen. I say I can. It's not working. Okay, I had to figure that one back out because that one is not working for some reason. I can't get the replay to work, and it might just be my buttons that I set up on the Stream Deck. We did a lot of changing last night to the way we were setting everything up, and it might have changed the hotkeys for that situation. But nevertheless, we do have live feed video here from Wildwood, 47 degrees. The wind is blowing. It is cold. Not a lot of people on the track today, but normally on a warmer day, this track gets pretty busy. It's a beautiful track. The red dirt really stands out to a lot of people, and the technicality of the track is it's great. They also have a kiddie track on the other side that we can't see because it's behind buildings, but it's also great for kids and beginners to get out there and still be able to experience track but not so technical and not to worry about the big bikes jumping over them. A lot of parking around here. It's a great little neighborhood. So we're going to switch back over to the face cam so Landon can pack up. So now Landon can pack up the camcorder and he's going to take it down to the track and try to get some views. He's just going to go right down to the wooden stand over there and should get a different view, and hopefully the camera's receiver will still reach from that distance. It definitely should. That's not too far away from here. And I do believe the replay actually just worked for a second. Let's try it again. Nope, maybe not. But it's okay. It's just another thing that I was working on it. I'm not quite sure how it works with this program, but I was just trying to see if I can incorporate it and make it into a hotkey. So it's just a simple push of a button to switch over to the instant replay. But it's a little bit more complex than I thought it would be, and I can only do the track cam. I can't do just the camera itself. I just seen it pop up on the live screen, so it must be working somewhere. I just don't know how I did it. So I'm gonna bring up the other thing for our sport people because we can do any kind of event like sports, football, basketball, motocross, race cars, anything that might be of a use of a live stream, and that's what the goal is here today. So I can also bring up a scoreboard sorry, the sun's now coming out and blinding me. And there it is. Now you can see that we can bring up the scoreboard for any event that can be happening around our area and really get into scores, live scoring, and any other sports that y'all, we could actually get live. And make sure the live stream's going to come. I'm waiting for the live stream to catch up just to make sure that it's going to come on and show the sport channel. There it is, and there it is, and now I see it on the live stream, and I know it's clear, so we're going to take that back off just to get it off of the screen. Other than that, it's just another beautiful day. The sky's clear, not much going on. They are trying to set up the timing loop behind me, and that will be the big pole that's right there. Is going to be the timing loop score for this track. So once again, we'll go back to race ready, and once race ready is set up, we'll be able to bring on to that information here with race ready to get their information onto the track as live feed, and it would be great information for as a view from the track and just seeing everything as it goes on. It looks like the track cam set up back out there again, so we're going to switch it back over to the track cam to that way you get some live action on track as we're going. And there we are, the track cam is live. Like I said, there's not much really going on this track yet today. I don't blame anybody for not being out here. It is cold, but these kids tough it out. I see a lot of kids out here training, getting ready for the races for the next season. But it's a great community out here. The owners of this track is just amazing, and always allowing me to come out here and fly the drones and get drone footage for them, and also just to come out here and do this for my first time and setting this up and just testing everything to try to make sure that we can make everything work for us and make sure the live stream is going to be clear and usable for everybody's footage. You can hear the wind as it blows right behind me. So don't mind me, I'm just going to click around a minute, try to get different things up on the screen for everybody. And the wind is still blowing. It's cold. It's really cold today. Sitting up here on the landing, and let me get my app up so I can talk to Landon. See if we can get him to move. Great view. I mean, the camera's working great. I bought a new stabilizer for it. My tripod that I had for it before had a niche in it where it was smooth to the most point, but then it would. It looks like he's moving. It was smooth to a point, but then it had this little hit in it where it just wouldn't. It just wouldn't be smooth anymore. It caught, and it just made it squirm, and I didn't like it that much. So I bought a new fluid head tripod that you can tell it makes it a lot better, because that camcorder doesn't have any stabilization on it at all, and it's just any movement really shows in the recording of that camera. So I really wanted to get a better tripod for it, so that way I can still use it as a camcorder for now. Even if I get a new camcorder later, I think it'll still be a great tool to stand by 1 minute. All right, so we're having a little technical difficulties. The transmitter's battery is dead. We got another one on charge up here. So we are just waiting for Landon's going to run up here and grab this one from us. So you can have a new battery on the transmitter, and then we can get the track cam back live again. And there it's a replay again. It did pop up. It pops up whenever I change screens, I guess. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how the instant replay thing really works. But we'll get that figured out, and maybe just a different program running it, and we'll just do replays from a different program. I'm just not quite sure how that program actually works. And give me 1 minute, I'm gonna throw him the battery. Go down to the wooden one, yeah. All right, we got a new battery into the transmitter. Hopefully we'll get the track cam back up. He's gonna move down to the next spot also to get a different view and a little bit further away than what we were before. If you're watching, please jump into the stream chat. I should be monitoring it, and it should be on, so I should be able to talk to everybody as soon as I get my mouse to work. And if you have any questions, anything going on, just jump in the chat and chat it up. Let's talk about it. So one question I get asked a lot is, what does FPV stand for? FPV is first person view. So when you fly these kind of drones that we fly, you see exactly what the drone sees. That'll be the first person view of that drone. That's how the name came. That's what FPV stands for. It's just it's a way to see the drone. In our case, we wear goggles because it's a lot easier to keep up with, and when you're flying at those speeds, it's too hard to watch a screen to do anything. So I really picked that up just as another hobby, and I really ran with it. It was fun to do, and I still love doing it. It's just moving on to incorporating other things into it. So that's when I started doing the camcorder live feed and transmitting and receiving and understanding studios and transitions and things I never really messed with before. But I really do enjoy doing this. It gives me a little time off, and it gives me a little different break to be out here at Wildwood just watching dirt bikes do tail spins and whips and things like that. It's insane to come out here and watch them do it. I'm a little too old and a little too out of shape to be doing that kind of stuff, so it's great to come out here and watch these kids really rip it up and enjoy their time. Still waiting for the track cam to come back up. He may not have turned it back on yet. Hey Landon, you turned it back on? It looks like he's made it to the stand. He's setting up now, so he should be turning his receiver back on shortly, and we should get length back soon. The wind is now blowing away my cover, so the sun might start blasting through here and it looks like it's going to be. And the track cam is back up, so let's switch over to that and get a view of the track. And oh, let me use my handy dandy Stream Deck that allows me to do everything and pushing a button without having to touch my mouse. And that's a great tool. I was doing this before with my mouse and my keys and trying to do different things, and it was so hard to do one thing. I had to push 5 buttons to make it do it. But now with the Stream Deck, Elgato Stream Deck, it's so simple. It's literally 2-button push, and I'm able to switch over and do different transitions ever I like it to do. It's a great thing. I really like the Stream Deck, the Elgato Stream Deck. Also, don't forget to chime in. Let me know what y'all think about the view, the cameras. I know that the face cam that I have now, it's kind of dark. It's not really made for outdoor, and I kind of knew that before coming here that might be a problem. But we will upgrade it, and I think what we're going to end up doing is getting a different track cam recorder for out there, a little bit more high definition for it, and then just using that camcorder here for the face cam. Since it's a lower resolution, but who really cares at this point, since most platforms don't really even support 1080p anymore. So you know, you're not going to get 4K footage over Facebook or over YouTube. Also, I wanted to test to see if we can get the track cam volume through the speaker. So that's what I'm gonna try now. I'm gonna turn it on and see what it's picking up. Well, I can't hear it, so just I'm gonna let it play for a little while. We'll just see what it really is picking up. I'm not really sure. I don't think it's picking up my voice on the camera side because it's a little bit too high of a dB level than what I'm actually talking into. So I'm gonna let it play. Maybe it's just that loud over there that it's, you know, really picking up that dB level, or maybe it's just something on the camera, or it could just be a lot of wind. But we'll let it play for a few minutes and just get an idea of what it looks like and what it's doing at that point. So again, yeah, we're just out here testing everything. Not really getting too much video of a certain thing. There's no races or anything on today. It's just really to test the internet connection to Facebook. As you can see, we're using Restream as our streaming to stream to different platforms. So we're just testing, make sure that's going to work out properly with the setup, and then we're going to test the distance of this track cam and the resolution, and to see how it comes through. And I'll tell you what, the crystal clear on my end at least. It looks really good, that track cam coming through there. And I say he's about 50 yards away right now over on that stand, and still I don't see no fish cutting. I don't really see anything that'll bother me. And then anything crazy like that. So I'm gonna get him to pack it up and move him over to the big hill that's over there. Switch back over. Let me let him know. Landon, go ahead and pick up and move over back to the. I'm sorry, move over to that big hill you're looking at. So he should be picking it up soon, and he's going to move over to that hill that he's looking at, and that'll give us a little bit different angle and be a little closer. I'll tell you what. Let's take that back. Let's go to that turn I was telling you about. The one right here behind me. Actually, we're going to move to this turn. There's a turn right here behind me that he can get real close into the action there. And let's get a little closer view of the bikes as they come around that corner. And let's see what kind of resolution and clearness we get out of the transmitter for the camcorder. And we'll see what happens at that point. Just so y'all know, I am cold. It is cold out here. But we tried to do this last weekend. Things didn't line up. The track was too wet. There wouldn't have been any bikes on the track, and it just wouldn't have been pleasing to watch anything going around. Nothing going around this track. So we decided to put it off until this weekend, and I really wanted to get it done this weekend so we can just get it over with and make sure that everything's ready for the next season. Plus, just get some feed out there that everybody can watch what we're doing and get an idea of how we're going to set it up and how everything will work out. And obviously, this is not going to be the perfect situation because I'm not going to be the one talking and changing camera angles and everything else. Normally, my idea would be to have somebody else on this side talking to y'all. I would be on the other side changing cameras, and it'll look a lot better. That way, the focus is more on the camera and not so much on what's going on around us. But just for this situation, it's good to get up here and get out and get the camera set up and start transmitting and just make sure the Facebook Live is going to pick up. And I went Facebook Live before on this track with just a GoPro on a stick, and it worked out pretty good actually. It was a little choppy, but it wasn't too horrible. And so we're just going to try that. And I'm just using my basic phone hotspot to get the signal, Wi-Fi. But if it becomes a problem, I will get a 5G hotspot dedicated just for this if it comes down to that point. But so far, I think the phone Wi-Fi is going to work unless this becomes a big thing. And obviously, I'm not going to use all my phone Wi-Fi for this. I'd rather just use a dedicated hotspot made for what we're doing here. Keep walking forward and then cross the track to your left, and then that'll be where I want you to go. So go forward and then cross the track right there in that little hole. Red bike, watch where this guy's going. Right there where you're turning. Yeah, find a spot right there. Kind of get close to the corner. You get as close as you want. They're not going to make that line. If they do, I'll sue them. All right, he's finally getting set up into the corner I wanted him to get set up into. This is really going to test that fluid head gimbal to the point where he really might have to adjust it some to get it to keep up with these bikes as they make that corner. But that's kind of what I wanted to do. I want to get a fast pace going on here, a fast paced turn, so we can test that gimbal to make sure it's going to be smooth and predictable of what we wanted to do as it's coming around a fast corner like this. So he's just about done setting it up. transmitter should be getting turned back on soon, and we'll switch back over to that track live cam. And there it is, the track cam's back up, so we will switch. Oh, let me use my handy dandy jack. Switch right back over to the track cam here. We can see the close to action video. Adjust. It should be adjusted. Your gimbal to keep up. Make sure you adjust your gimbal to make sure that you keep up with those lights. That's what we're trying to test here. So yeah, let me turn my chair. Yeah, see, and it looks smooth. It looks good. I like the little fade it has behind it. Let's wait for another bite to come around. Now granted, this is not going to be your ESPN Sports Center awesome 4K resolution over your dish network that comes across. Those are a lot more expensive cameras than what I can get. So, but I think the somehow we'll get over there and take that. I know it's going to look on Facebook and I post on Facebook, but Restream will take that also, send it through Restream a chat program that we have here, and I should go to some chat. So ideally I'm uploading to Facebook and YouTube Restream should be chat room, so I can just monitor one thing without having to look at 100 different things. So far, but we'll see. These things tend to have a pretty long delay chat that goes through. Back in the camera there. Closer than he was from the wooden stand down there. Hear that wind? Getting them as it came around like that, when they dig down deep like that. Right there. Yeah, I don't know if Restream's chat's not working or what is really going on here, because it's not popping up as the chat's really not popping up the way I want it to. But we'll work on it as we keep going on throughout the day. We're going to stay here for we'll probably hang out here until about 2, maybe 3, depending on how well everything goes. So far, it's been pretty smooth. I think Landon's trying to talk to me, but of course I can't hear him. I got headphones on. Alright, let's get pack it up and shoot. Let's go ahead and pick it up and move to the big hill. Test the up and down motion of that gimbal. This is normally where I like the drone to be at that point, because the drone would be able to give us a third camera to go to have to not keep coming back to just this one and the track cam. And but like I said, we got short-handed today, but we'll pick it back up. We'll get more people out here. There's there's other drone flyers we can get to come out to help us out with this. I don't think he heard me about the moving. Let's try it again. Landon, let's move to the big hill. So now he's going to pack it up. He heard me that time. He's going to move and see what happens from here. Still nothing on the chat. I don't know if it's a Restream problem or if it's a Facebook problem, but I'm going to mess with it for a minute to maybe get the Restream back up. Let me get to Restream. So I'm just changing some things on the Restream to see if I can get it to pop up into the correct way to chat. And let me just try to chat from here to see if I can get it to pop up there. I can pop up on the Restream, but I can't get it to from Facebook. Maybe it just don't like the fact that I'm chatting to myself. So we'll see what happens here. Landon is still moving around. Sun is actually feeling really nice now that the tarp blew off. You're going too far. The big hill behind you. It's back towards me. The one right behind you. Turn around and walk backwards. Yeah, that hill, but going to the other side of the track. So come to my side of the track on that hill. So that kid's about to go. That kid right there is about to jump over that hill I want you to go to, but on this side of the track. On this side of the track, yeah. Now just go right up that hill right there. You go to the top, go right up the hill, go to the top, and it's set up right there. usually better if you get towards the back side, you get a better view. Keep backing up towards the back. Yeah. Right there, that'd be good. Perfect. All right, he's setting up back into place again, and we'll get another different view from this hill. And then after this hill, he's going to actually just going to test the range of the transmitter to see how far we can push it until we lose it. So he should be coming back up soon. And we'll switch back over to his cam to get a different view. As it's still looking. So let me know in the comments what y'all think about this live stream and your inputs. I mean, I definitely want other inputs from the other side of things. Obviously, I'll go back later on and watch this, but you know, a different perspective on everything is really nice to have, not only your own. I got this light set up. It's pretty dark earlier with the sun being blocked out, but I don't think we need it anymore. The sun's shining pretty good. It's still dark. It looks like we are picking back up and the track camera's back on, so we'll switch back over to that. So with things like the track cam, you know, I can also bring up different things. So as you can see, we can bring up all multiple cameras onto one view. This will be the bottom package camera to the top right, and the drone video will be the bottom right. The other side will be your standard. There's the back the track. And you want angles and yeah, all kinds of stuff. It's really nice, but as you can tell, it kind of blocks the track camera, so we definitely don't want to do that. So we'll turn those down. There we go. Now we got a lot of track cam. And again, this is a beautiful track. I really love the red dirt. It's really compact. The jump layout is great. I think they were actually adding on more track. I don't know if it was actually part of this track or another track altogether. It looks like it had more technical and different jumps and obstacles to get around on that side of it, but it looked like they're really expanding. They're still trying to expand this track, and it's great to see places like this always keep growing always keep growing and improving their establishment, and not just keeping it the same all the time. They're always making it different for their riders to keep coming out, learning something different. It's not the same show every time you come. So a track like this that just keeps on changing, keeps on upgrading. It's great to see, especially for the kids to have a place to run around. It's great. Families out here all the time, and dads are out here always pushing their kids into the races. When the races come around, it'll be a lot better. It'll be a lot more of this. We get more cameras on the track, have a different view of everything. Really bring this whole track to live to Facebook and everything that's involved. And really help out this track by promoting it. This is in the woods. greenery and then wide open green fields everywhere you look. They also have a sand pit, which is actually in front of me. I'm looking down at it now. I don't look like they're using it, but it goes down behind me, way down steep into a real deep hollow down there. And they call it the sand pit because it's real thick and sandy, and it's just hard for these guys to ride through. It wears them out. You'll see them go down there, and when they come out, they just get off the track because it really is a technical part of the track. But it's real fun to try to fly the drone down there because it's so tight. Tree limbs are hanging over everywhere. It's a fun obstacle to go around as you fly around this track. There's also a back area in the back, which Landon will start going to eventually, and you'll hopefully you can make it back there. You'll see there's a whole other back section that you can't see from this point of view. It's actually right behind me. If you see that ramp that's kind of going up, that goes back into the backwoods back there. It's really a technical place to be back there. It's a long swoop, and it goes down into that cut that you see on the track cam there. And that cut is just walls on both sides. It looks like everybody on the track is now taking a break. Oh, looks like we got one bike still out there. Nope, looks like he's stopping too. So it looks like everybody's taking a break. It is lunchtime. I'm assuming everybody's getting hungry. They're cold. Usually start getting tired right about now. But they usually start picking it back up. I'm starting to see a little distortion in the camera. Maybe it's just the monitor that's doing it. But just wait for a bike to come around, wait for the pan again. And see if it is just a monitor on my screen or if it actually is a link issue with the transmitter from the camera. So far, it don't look like any issues. So it must have just been a monitor. But since all the bikes are taking a break, I'm getting in there and just start pushing back. I think the camcorder might go off. And just see how far this will bring. 1 minute to get him situated. Leave the camera on, pack it up, and just walk to the back of the track, and we're just going to test it part of the stuff. So just carry it with you, keep it on, just go for a walk, and I'll tell you when it drops. Alright, so he's going to make a move, he's just going to walk away. I'm still seeing them distortion. Yeah, I know there's a lot of wind noise. I literally got a towel over the microphone, but it's just that windy up here. If we do a real feed, Well, Frank just pointed out that I've been talking to myself for this past, I don't know how long, because obviously I turned it off on accident, and I meant to turn off the media source cam, but I don't know what I did. I must have pushed the wrong button. So now we got the voice back on. I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize it scooted over a little bit on me, and I couldn't see it. And I thought it was still on, but I must have turned it off. And Frank says we're good to go now, so we must be good. So let me get rid of some of these. Let me get rid of some of these volumes that we're not using, so that way I don't have to look at them. And the sun is really blocking my camera, my monitor, so I can't really see what is on my computer now. But as long as Frank says we're good, then we're good. I like when Frank says we're good. And Landon should be coming back here soon. What we'll do is get the drone back in the air, and we'll test that signal again and get the drone back up, and make sure the drone footage is okay with everything. I still have not got the chat to work. Not quite sure why. I don't know if it's a Restream thing or if Facebook is just not picking up the chat. But you know, it is what it is with these things when you start messing around with too much, and things just happen to get lost, and you know, it just happens. But once Landon gets back in, we'll give him a little break from running around out there. I'm sure he's cold, and we'll get the drone set up. Once we get the camcorder back here, we'll put it back up and just give y'all a view from up here with the camcorder view. And then we'll get the drone back up in the air and do some drone footage for y'all. Fly around, maybe get Landon over here, talk to y'all for a little while, and he can tell you a joke or two. And I'll show y'all some up close and personal drone flying that we normally do around here. And have a little fun with it while we're doing it, and to see what the latency is and how hard it is to try to keep up with it. Where's he at? I don't see him. I lost him. No, yeah. Yes, I can see that on the chat on Facebook. I can see the Facebook chat, but it should be popping up on my Restream as another window. So I will have to. I mean, obviously, I think I'm just going to broadcast directly to Facebook and just not broadcast YouTube. YouTube has some advantages of broadcasting, as it saves it a little bit better and it's easier to find. YouTube apparently, you know, you lose the feed into, you know, other comments that come in and different things that is not going to be on top of the news feed. But we'll figure it out. I think we'll just stick to Facebook, and then I can just bring up the Facebook chat and just stick to Facebook chat and not use the Restream chat. But I'm gonna contact Restream and actually talk to them and see if we can get to work. I would like to upload to as many platforms as we can, obviously, because then we'll be able to have more viewers and more people will be able to find us and see whatever, you know, what we do out here, and or watch races or watch their kids race. So that's the kind of thing going on. I'm sorry, I was hearing music. I was just making sure it wasn't coming through the speaker, because you know, copywriting will shut me down if anything's in the background playing. So I don't really hear it. Let me know if you hear any music in the backfield, in the feed in the back, should I say? But I don't hear it over my headset, so I think we're good to go. And I don't think they really copyright you just because there's some music kind of in the background. It'll have to be pretty loud and obvious that it's being played for the live stream, that they'll copyright you on it. But Facebook is definitely cautious about that kind of stuff, and they'll shut it down pretty quick, and that's why. Yeah. Okay. Good. I was talking to Epic Music, who is my copyright infringement music, but they have a rule that it can't be on a still screen. So like right now, I can play music through royalty music, and it'll be perfectly fine because I'm not on a still screen. But um, for the startup screen that you saw in the beginning, I was going to put some music there, but I never got an answer back if it was okay or not, since it would be a still picture and music will be playing. So um, I never got a good answer on that bag, and I just didn't feel comfortable with Facebook shutting it down. And Landed is now walking up. So I didn't want Facebook shut this down, obviously, in the first minute of being live. So I just did my Barry Judgment and didn't turn any music on, just let it be nothing. Um, Later on, I think we can legally bring a DJ in and he can mix up his own music, and then that will be technically won't be no copyright infringements on that because technically nobody owns the music. It'll be our own little mix of music. So as Landon's coming back up, we're going to step away for a minute. We're going to get the camcorder set up back up here, and then we'll just go live with the camcorder for a minute while we set up everything else. And then once we get the drone video back up, then we'll send the drone out. We'll post some of that video and make sure all that's going to go. So we're going to take a break for a minute. We'll be right back. And then once the camcorder video set up, we'll get that back going. And then Landon will take over on the mic. We'll be right back. Thank you for watching so far. And keep watching. Thank you for your support as always. And I hope to keep doing this as time goes on because I really do. So far, I enjoy doing this. It's been fun so far. Building this and learning programs and trying to figure out exactly how to make everything work and make it as simple as possible. So coming out here to little venues like this that don't have internet, for example, I can bring out their own internet. I can bring out my own camcorder, and we're going to get that back set up again. And we're going to try to get little venues like this, a little place on Facebook. That way, it's not so expensive for them to, promote themselves and give a better chance for them to get more customers out here and be more productive. And that's ideally my goal is to do that. So we're switching over to the camcorder view once it gets back up live again. And then we're going to take a break for a few minutes. Y'all can watch the camcorder, and then we'll get the drone video set up. And then once the drone video is set up, we'll come back and we'll do some chasing. Might go down, get these cold kids back on the track so we can have something to chase here. But the camera should be coming back up shortly. It's not up yet. And now we're coming back up to the track cam. So I'm turning the track cam on for y'all. Watch the track cam. And then we'll switch over to some drone footage. I know, I started going. That's it. I told you to walk straight back. When you went that way. I don't want to get. And you went that way. And then you went in the woods. I would have been the forest. I mean, where are you going in the woods? I was like, no, go to the right. I just wanted you to go up that side of the track. Land nav, okay? Honestly, you didn't have to. I was like, let me go this way, across the way with the fucking lawn. So I think that's a mic off of this. Okay. I think we did figure it out. But it was nothing but wind. I'm pretty sure it was nothing but wind. You're gonna need it. So we can put that shotgun mic in the head. Go ahead. there we go. Shut everything down. Shut it down.
We are live from Wildwood. Tony is taking a break, and it's cold here. Beautiful day. Got the bikes out, got the gas going. What more can you ask for in this scenario? Super Bowl Sunday. Get the hot dogs ready, get the beer cold. Not too much else to say. Valentine's coming around the corner, Monday. Make sure you get your loved ones a gift. Stay prepared. It is cold. It is cold. I think it's over here in Kentwood. It is about a good old. I think it's in about the 50s, about 45, 40 right now. It's about the warmest it's going to be all day. It's probably going to drop to the 20s tonight. But doing a couple tests out here today and just getting it done. Testing audio, testing video, testing everything for future endeavors with our recording projects. Trying to see if we have any bikes coming. Good amount of riders today. Enough for a test with the camera point of views and the FOV, as you can see right now that we have running, and the drone as well. Let's see. Go ahead and move back to the main camera. See what we can see. We might have, they may be calming down for a short period of time, but they will be passing. We'll keep the action going. Other than that, stay tuned.
Okay, you don't know about transponders though, huh? Oh, good. I figured it out. Why this guy uploaded? I mean, as long as he's on the race ready program, it should come to me. Yeah. No, I you can only view it. I'll have to log. So we'll talk about it later.
I'll put it back to that camera. I'm ready whenever you are.
You can see this camera right on that.
Oh, yeah.
Down at the bottom.
Yeah.
You'll know when it's ready.
Simple.
I'm gonna take the car and do this.
I'm getting a little choppiness.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah, I see it on the main program screen.
Yeah, watch my screen right there chopped earlier. I only did it once though.
Weird.
I'm gonna do my American flag thing. America. Am I on track?
We got a little tyke on the coming up on the main hill right here by us. He's about to hit the hump. There he is.
That's when it's supposed to move.
That's a really good pan. Damn. I think he's the only one on track.
I think so. Did you see that shot?
Yeah, I see it.
You saw it?
Uh huh. I'm watching the program.
Weird. Never done that before.
I wonder if those trees are like causing these issues.
Could be. I mean, being that cold can cause it issues. I mean, really can, you know.
Hell, heck of a day to drive a drone.
Yeah.
Windy, cold. What is that? Is that a palm tree made of rubber?
Yep.
I like that. Woo! It's a cold one.
Good work.
It's gonna be a cold day tomorrow.
What are we doing tomorrow?
You not working tomorrow?
Yeah, we ain't doing this.
Oh, we ain't doing this.
That should be pretty clear. Huh?
Oh yeah. Guy with a dirt bike coming on the main road here. Kid with a dirt bike going on the track. That dog you pet earlier is looking for that drone.
Yeah?
Uh huh.
Where's he at? I can play with him.
He's by the trailer. He's looking at it. Right when you passed real fast, he was looking at it. He's looking for it. He's by the white camper to your right. He eyeballing it. Ah, look.
I would not mess with the wildlife.
That dog is like, what was that? He was on a wheelie, you know? You know all those people? We're getting choppy signal. I'm gonna see if it resumes. That's on the live stream, that ain't programmed. No, it's a live stream. It's moving out. Yeah, it's smooth now. Capture is fine, Crystal. Oh yeah, I'll put it back on track cam. I like this. I like this. Feels like we're doing a military operation.
All right, I'm back, and Landon is old. He decided to stay up all night, party with his girlfriend or whatever, and he is just worn out, as they say. I sent him on a little adventure, and well, I think he had about enough of today. I think we had about enough of this cold. Everything went good. I'm really happy with outcome of the camera view. That came out really well. Um, the camera view worked out really well. The drone footage looked pretty good so far. I wasn't able to watch too much of it other than the little bit that Landon did this morning. But I'm gonna go back this afternoon and watch this whole live stream again and see how it looked up with the drone footage. Nothing we've seen on the screen from the drone footage really. Mostly it was a little choppy on the live feed itself. But that might have just been internet connection or just straight up Facebook. But we'll figure it out. Thanks everybody for watching. We're going to go ahead and just pick up because we are just tired of being cold. We got another about hour or so picking up and about another hour to get home. Hopefully enough time to get home and watch Joe Burrow win the Super Bowl. And then we'll call it a day. Thank everybody for watching. I hope everybody sees what we can do out here and what we plan to do with everything we want to do. And really start getting other events like this, like dirt events, car events, track, fights, baseball, little leagues, just little things that will help parents and people be able to attend things like this, but without actually have to be here because, you know, COVID is still around and it's hard to get places now. So this hopefully will bring a better live feed program to our local places that normally won't have a setup like this, a little bit more professional than just a iPhone. Thank you again for everybody for watching. We'll be back, I don't know when, but we're definitely going to try to keep coming out and do this as much as we can and just keep bringing it out, and hopefully we get some events that are brought on to us from vendors. Thank you. We're going to get and end this and see y'all next